Welcome to my channel. Have you ever felt that someone was not telling you the truth, but you couldn't explain why? Maybe their words sounded fine, but something felt wrong. Deep inside, you felt something was off. Maybe you trusted them, but later you discovered the truth, and you asked yourself, why didn't I see it before? What if I told you that lies have their own secret language? And if you learn this language, you can see what most people miss. You see, lying is not just about words. When a person lies, their mind feels pressure, their body feels stress, and their emotions leak out in tiny ways. They may speak differently, move differently, or even look at you in a strange way. Their voice may shake, their eyes may move too fast, or they may avoid simple details. All these little things are signals, and these signals form a secret language. The amazing thing is, this language of lies is always around us. Politicians use it when they promise too much. Children use it when they hide their mistakes. Friends may use it when they don't want to hurt your feelings. Even we sometimes use it when we want to protect ourselves. But here is the truth. No matter how smart the liar is, there are always clues. Always. In this video, I will help you discover those clues step by step. You don't need special training. You don't need to be a detective. You just need to learn to pay attention. By the end, you will not only improve your English, but you will also learn how to read people in a way that most others cannot. So, stay with me, and together we will unmask the hidden language of lies. Chapter 1. The first clues. Why people lie. Why do people lie? This is the first and most important question. If we want to understand the secret language of lies, we must first understand the reason behind them. Human beings have been lying since the beginning of time. A lie can be small, like saying, I am fine, when you are not. A lie can also be big, like hiding the truth about money, relationships, or serious mistakes. But in all cases, lies come from one main thing: fear. Fear of losing something, fear of punishment, or fear of being rejected. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine a small boy. His mother tells him, do not eat the cookies before dinner. But the boy is hungry, and he cannot resist. He takes one cookie, and then another. Soon the jar is half empty. When his mother comes back and asks, did you eat the cookies? The boy looks down, shakes his head, and says softly, no, that is a lie. Why did he do it? Because he was afraid of punishment. He wanted to protect himself. He thought the lie would save him. But what happens next? His mother sees the crumbs on his lips. She notices the chocolate on his fingers. The lie did not really protect him. Instead, it left marks, small clues that gave away the truth. This little story shows us something very important. Lies always leave traces. They may be very small, but they are there. Words may sound smooth, but the body, the voice, and the face often tell a different story. A person may try to hide the truth, but their body language shows nervousness. Their tone may change. They may avoid direct answers. Each of these things is like a small light shining through the darkness of the lie. Now, let's go deeper. Why do adults lie? Some lies are told to protect themselves, just like the child with the cookies. For example, a worker may lie to his boss about why he was late. He does not want to lose respect. He does not want to get in trouble. So he creates a small story. The traffic was terrible. The bus was late. Sometimes it is true, but sometimes it is a lie to escape blame. Another reason people lie is to gain something. Think of a person who wants to sell a car. The car is old, the engine has problems, but he says, this car is in perfect condition. Why does he lie? Because he wants money. The lie is a tool to get what he wants. Or think of a student who did not study for an exam. When the teacher asks, "Why didn't you prepare?" the student says, "I was sick." It may not be true, but the student wants sympathy and a second chance. Again, the lie is used to gain something. There are also lies told to avoid hurting others. These are sometimes called white lies. For example, your friend cooks you dinner. The food does not taste good, but when they ask, "Do you like it?" you smile and say, "Yes, it's very nice." Why? Because you don't want to hurt their feelings. This kind of lie is softer, but it is still not the truth. So you see, people lie for many reasons: to protect, to gain, to avoid pain. But here is the key: every lie, no matter how big or small, leaves behind signs. Just like the cookie crumbs on the boy's lips, there will always be little details that don't match. Maybe the person says too much, adding extra details that are not needed. Maybe they say too little, giving only short answers. Maybe their voice becomes higher, or they look away quickly. Maybe they smile at the wrong time. These are the marks of a lie. Think about this. Have you ever felt that someone's words were correct, but something inside you told you, "This doesn't feel right"? That feeling comes because your brain is picking up on these small marks. You may not notice them clearly, but your mind sees them. You sense the mismatch between the words and the signals. That is why you feel the discomfort. And this is where the power of learning begins. When you start to notice these clues with your eyes and ears, you begin to see what most people miss. You stop depending only on words, and you start reading the full picture: words, body, tone, and emotions. Suddenly, the world becomes clearer. People may try to fool you, but you will see the cracks in the mask. So the first clue to understanding the hidden language of lies is this: every lie comes from a reason, and every lie leaves a mark. A lie may be told to protect, to gain, or to avoid pain. But no matter the reason, the marks are always there. When you train your eyes and ears to notice them, you give yourself a gift. You protect yourself from being fooled. You make better choices, and you gain a deeper understanding of human nature. When you know these marks, you can catch a lie before it hurts you. This is the beginning of our journey. In the next chapter, we will look closely at how words themselves betray a liar, and how simple language can reveal the truth hidden behind the mask. Stay with me, because the deeper we go, the more powerful your eyes and ears will become. Chapter 2: The Voice of Lies: How Words Give Them Away. When people lie, they often think they can hide the truth by carefully choosing their words. But the funny thing is, words are usually the very first place where the cracks begin to show. Liars often believe that if they just keep talking, the other person will believe them. But the more they speak, the more mistakes they make. Let's look closely at how this happens in simple English, so you can understand it clearly. One of the easiest signs of a lie is vague language. A person who is lying often avoids giving clear details. Instead of saying, "I went to the shop at 5 p.m. to buy milk and bread," they say, "I went out, something happened, but it's fine now." Do you see the difference? The first one is specific, with clear information. The second one is cloudy, with no time, no place, and no real action. Liars do this because details are dangerous. If they give details, they might get caught. So they keep things vague. There are also special words that liars love to use. These are what I call lie words. Words like maybe, kind of, probably, I guess, I think so, to be honest. When someone says, "to be honest," it often means they are not being fully honest. When someone says, "Maybe I was there, I kind of remember," it shows they are not confident. Real truth usually sounds clear and strong. Lies sound weak, uncertain, and shaky. Let me give you a little story that shows this in action. Imagine a teenager sneaking into the kitchen late at night. He eats cake that was supposed to be saved for the family. In the morning, the mother sees the cake is gone. She asks, "Who ate the cake?" The teenager smiles nervously and says, "Maybe someone else ate it. I kind of saw my brother in the kitchen. Probably it wasn't me. To be honest, I don't even like chocolate." Do you see it? The pile of lie words is too big. The mother just stares at him. Then she points to his shirt. There is chocolate on it. He is caught. The words gave him away before the chocolate did. This is the power of noticing lie words. They sound soft, uncertain, and full of excuses. As an English learner, you should start paying attention to these small signals. When someone uses maybe or probably too much, ask yourself why. When someone keeps saying, "to be honest," it could mean they're trying to make their words stronger because the truth is weak. Another important clue is that liars often avoid using the word I. They want to distance themselves from the story. For example, instead of saying, "I broke the vase," a liar might say, "The vase got broken." Do you notice the difference? In the first one, the person takes responsibility. In the second one, the action just happened by itself, like magic. By removing I, the liar tries to remove guilt. This is a very common trick in the language of lies. Let's look at another example. Imagine a student who didn't do his homework. The teacher asks, "Did you complete your assignment?" Instead of saying, "I didn't do it," the student says, "It didn't get done." Or he says, "The homework was not finished." Again, no I, no responsibility. This is the voice of lies trying to escape. So now you know two big clues in language: lie words and avoiding I. Together, they form a pattern that you can train yourself to notice. And once you notice, you can ask better questions. If someone says, "Maybe I was there," you can ask, "What time were you there? Who was with you? What did you see?" A truthful person can answer with details. A liar usually cannot. But here's the exciting part. When you begin to see these things, you start to feel powerful. You begin to listen with new ears. Suddenly, conversations become clearer. You understand when people are confident and when they are hiding something. You start to realize that lies are never smooth. They always have bumps, and those bumps appear in words. And remember, this is not just about catching people. It is also about protecting yourself. If you know how words reveal lies, you will be less likely to be fooled. You can make better choices in relationships, in business, and even in simple daily life. Lies can hurt, but if you understand the language of lies, they lose their power over you. Now, let's add a little suspense. Because words are only one part of the story, lies do not just hide in sentences or excuses. Lies also leak out through the body. When the mouth says one thing, the body often says another. And that is where the biggest secrets are waiting. So remember this. Watch the words, listen for the maybe, notice the missing I, but do not stop there. Because in the next chapter, we will go deeper. We will explore the secret signals of the body, the movements, the eyes, the hands, and even the smile, that often reveal more truth than any sentence ever could. Chapter 3. The Body Never Lies, Secret Signals. When a person lies, their words may try to hide the truth, but the body often refuses to cooperate. The body has its own language. and this language is much harder to control. A person can choose their words carefully, but their eyes, hands, and face often betray them. This is why we say, the body never lies. One of the first signals you should watch for is avoiding eye contact. When someone is telling the truth, they usually look at you in a natural way. Their eyes move normally, and their gaze feels comfortable. But when a person lies, their eyes often behave differently. Some liars avoid looking at you at all. They look down, look away, or suddenly become very interested in something else in the room. Their eyes say, "I don't want you to see me." Other liars do the opposite. They stare too much. They lock their eyes on you, almost like they are trying to force you to believe them. Both are unusual, and both can be signs of a lie. Another common clue is fidgeting. Fidgeting means small nervous movements. For example, someone may play with their hands, tap their fingers, touch their hair, or move their feet again and again. A relaxed person usually keeps their body calm, but a liar feels pressure inside, and the body releases this pressure through movement. Imagine a student being asked, "Did you cheat on the test?" If the student says, "No," but at the same time is tapping the desk, rubbing the neck, and looking down, those small movements are signals. The body is shouting what the mouth is trying to hide. Let's also talk about smiles. A real smile involves the whole face. The mouth curves, the eyes become smaller, and the face looks warm. A fake smile usually involves only the mouth. The lips move, but the eyes stay cold. When someone lies, they may try to smile to appear calm, but their smile often looks forced or unnatural. This is an important clue. If the smile and the eyes do not match, something is wrong. Now let's create a tense moment to bring this to life. Imagine a man sitting in a police station. The officer asks him a simple question: "Were you at the store last night?" The man quickly says, "No," but as he speaks, sweat begins to form on his forehead. His hands rub together. His eyes shift left and right. His smile flickers, but it doesn't look real. The room is quiet, but his body is loud. The sweat, the restless hands, the nervous eyes, all of these are secret signals. The officer notices them. The body is telling the truth even while the words are lying. This is the moment where the tension rises and the lie begins to break apart. To help you as an English learner, let me give you some useful body words you can practice: smile, eyes, hands, face, nervous, sweat, fidget, stare. These words are simple, but they are powerful when you use them to describe body language. For example, his hands were nervous. Her eyes looked away. The smile was fake. Learning these words will not only help your English, but also train your mind to notice these small details in real life. Now, let's make a clear contrast. Truth and lies feel very different in the body. A person who is telling the truth usually looks relaxed. Their hands rest naturally. Their eyes move with comfort. Their body posture is open. They do not need to think too much, because the truth is easy to tell. On the other hand, a liar often looks tense. Their body feels tight. Their shoulders may be stiff. Their movements are unnatural. It is like their body is carrying a heavy weight. Truth is light. Lies are heavy. Think of it like this: the truth is a calm river flowing smoothly. A lie is like a stormy sea, with waves crashing in every direction. When you learn to notice these signals, you begin to see the storm inside a person's body, even when their words sound smooth. But here is something important to remember. Not every nervous movement means someone is lying. Sometimes people are shy, anxious, or uncomfortable. You should not judge too quickly. Instead, you should look for a pattern. If the words, the eyes, the hands, and the smile all send mixed signals, then you can suspect a lie. One clue is not enough, but many clues together tell the story. This is the power of learning body language. Once you start noticing it, you cannot unsee it. You begin to read people like open books. You see when someone is confident, and you see when they are hiding something. And every time you notice, you become more skilled. So now we have discovered 3 big clues: the eyes, the fidgeting, and the smile. These are the first signals that the body sends when a lie is told. But don't stop here, because the truth is even deeper. The body can hide some things, but the voice often betrays a person in ways they cannot control. So stay with me, because in the next chapter, we will move from the body to the sound of the voice. We will hear how lies shake the tone, change the rhythm, and reveal themselves through sound. And this, my friends, is where the hidden language of lies becomes even more powerful. Chapter 4. The Sound of Lies. Hidden changes in the voice. The mouth speaks the words, but the voice carries the truth. You see, when a person lies, they may try to control their words and even their body. But the voice is much harder to control. The human voice is full of emotion. It changes with stress, with fear, and with pressure. That is why lies often leave small cracks in the sound. These cracks are signals, and if you learn to listen for them, you will hear what most people miss. One of the first things to notice is tone. Tone means the quality of the sound, whether it is high or low, smooth or sharp. When a person lies, their tone often shifts. Imagine someone speaking in a calm, low voice. Yes, of course I was at home. Now imagine that same person suddenly raising their voice higher. Yes, of course I was at home. The words are the same, but the second one feels different. The higher tone can reveal nervousness. A liar may not realize it, but their voice betrays their fear. Another clue is speed. Truth is easy to tell, so people often speak at a natural, steady speed. But lies take effort. A liar must think, create, and remember the false story. Sometimes this makes them speak too slowly, as if they are carefully building each word. Other times it makes them speak too fast, trying to escape the question before they are caught. Listen carefully. Is the voice unusually slow? Is it rushing? Both can be signals. And then there is hesitation. A hesitation is a pause, often filled with words like or long silences. For example, if you ask someone, "Where were you last night?" and they answer, I was at, my friend's house. That pause is suspicious. A truthful person usually answers smoothly, I was at my friend's house. Lies create hesitation because the brain is working too hard. The brain is searching for the right lie, and the pause gives it away. Let's create a spike moment by mimicking how a liar might sound. Imagine this. Truthful voice, smooth, steady, calm. No, I didn't touch the money. You can check my wallet if you want. Now compare it to a liar's voice. No, I didn't. I didn't touch the money, okay? Why are you even asking me that? Do you hear the difference? The second one stumbles, repeats words, raises pitch, and even becomes defensive. The lie shakes the voice. To help you as an English learner, let me give you some simple voice words you should remember. Fast, slow, high, low, shaky, calm, smooth. These words will help you describe how someone speaks. For example, his voice was shaky. Her tone was high. He spoke too fast. These words are simple, but they give you the tools to describe the hidden signs in a liar's voice. Now let me tell you a story to bring this to life. Imagine a man who is accused of stealing from the office. His boss asks him, "Did you take the money from the drawer?" The man sits tall, looking confident. He answers quickly, "No, of course not." His tone is steady, his speed is natural. For a moment, it sounds believable. But then the boss asks again, this time a little more firmly, "Are you sure?" Suddenly, the man's voice cracks. His tone rises higher. He speaks faster. "I told you already, I didn't take it." That crack in his voice changes everything. The boss now hears what the man was trying to hide. His confidence was only on the surface. The voice revealed the truth. This story shows the deep connection between the voice and the emotions. You can dress your words in perfect clothes, but the voice is the heartbeat behind them. And when the heart is stressed, the voice changes. Sometimes it shakes. Sometimes it becomes sharp. Sometimes it loses its rhythm. These are the fingerprints of a lie. Let's make a contrast again. A truthful voice usually sounds calm, steady, and natural. It does not need to force itself. A lying voice often sounds tense, broken, or exaggerated. It may be too loud, too soft, too fast, or too slow. The liar cannot keep the balance because their emotions are too heavy. Now here's something important. Just like with body language, we must be careful. Not every pause or shaky tone means a person is lying. Sometimes people are shy. Sometimes they are nervous even when telling the truth. That is why you must look for patterns. If the words, the body, and the voice all show stress, then you have a stronger reason to suspect a lie. One clue alone is not enough, but many clues together paint a clear picture. So now you can see the power of listening. Lies often reveal themselves not in the meaning of the words, but in the way the words are spoken. If you train your ears, you will begin to hear the cracks in the mask. And once you hear them, you can never unhear them. But we are not done yet, because there is one more layer of lies that goes even deeper. The body leaks signals. The voice cracks under pressure. But the strongest signals come from the emotions, those tiny flashes of real feeling that escape before we can hide them. These are called micro-expressions, and they are the hardest to control. So stay with me, because in the next chapter, we will go beyond words and sounds. We will enter the world of emotions, where the mask slips for only a second, and the truth reveals itself like lightning in the dark. That is the secret we will discover together. Chapter 5. The emotion behind the mask. When people lie, they try to control their words, their voice, and even their body. But there is one thing that almost no one can control completely: the emotions on the face. These emotions appear in small flashes, sometimes for less than 1 second. They are called micro-expressions. A micro-expression is a tiny, quick feeling that escapes before the liar can hide it. It is like the truth slipping out for just a moment, like a light flashing in the dark. Think of it this way. The face is a stage, and the liar is the actor. The actor wants to play a role, calm, happy, confident. But suddenly, the real emotion jumps onto the stage. Fear, anger, guilt, or sadness flashes across the face. It is so fast, but if you are watching closely, you can see it. And once you see it, you can never forget it. Let's create a spike moment to show how powerful this is. Imagine a man accused of cheating in a card game. He smiles at the group and says, "Me? Cheating? Come on, you know me better than that." His words are smooth. His smile looks friendly. But then, For just half a second, his smile fades. His eyebrows pull together, his eyes narrow, and a flash of anger appears. Then, just as quickly, it disappears, and the smile returns. Most people miss it, but if you saw it, you would know that inside, he was angry at being caught. His mouth said, "I am innocent," but his face whispered, "I am guilty." This is the power of microexpressions. They are like the body's truth leaks. Even when the mouth speaks lies, the face shows the real emotion. And these expressions are the same across all humans. Whether you are from Asia, Africa, Europe, or America, the face shows the same emotions. This makes microexpressions a universal language of truth. Now let's learn some simple emotion words. These words are important not only for English learners, but also for reading the hidden emotions in people. Happy, a smile, eyes shining, relaxed face. Sad, mouth turned down, eyes heavy, face drooping. Scared, wide eyes, raised eyebrows, open mouth. Angry, tight mouth, eyebrows pulled down, face tense. Surprised, raised eyebrows, wide eyes, mouth open in shock. These 5 words, happy, sad, scared, angry, surprised, are the building blocks of emotions. When you see them in small flashes on someone's face, you are seeing the truth under the mask. Let's look at another example. A woman tells her friend, "Of course I'm fine. Don't worry about me." Her words are soft, her voice is calm. But for 1 second, her face shows sadness. Her eyes look heavy, and her mouth pulls down slightly. Then she smiles again. What is happening here? Her mouth is lying, but her face is leaking the truth. She is not fine. She is sad, but she doesn't want to say it. The micro-expression revealed what her words tried to hide. This is why paying attention to the face is so powerful. The body may fidget, the voice may shake, but the face is the window to the heart. Even if the liar is skilled, even if they have practiced, the face often betrays them. Because emotions are faster than thought. The brain creates the lie, but the heart sends the truth before the lie is ready. Now, let's build the intensity. Up until now, we have talked about catching lies in other people. We have learned to listen to their words, watch their bodies, hear their voices, and study their faces. But here is the biggest secret. Lies are not just about others. Lies are also about us. Yes, you heard me right. We all lie, not only to others, but also to ourselves. Sometimes we say, "I am happy," when we are not. Sometimes we say, "I am strong," when we feel weak. Sometimes we tell ourselves, "I don't care," when inside we are hurting. These self-lies may protect us for a short time, but they also hide us from our true feelings. And our bodies, voices, and faces leak the truth even when we deny it. Think about it. Have you ever told someone you were fine, but your face showed sadness? Have you ever said you were calm, but your voice was shaky? This is the same hidden language of lies, but directed inward. When we lie to ourselves, we also leave marks. And just like with others, those marks can be seen and felt. So learning the hidden language of lies is not just about catching others. It is also about knowing yourself. It is about asking, am I being honest with my own heart? Because the more we understand our own emotions, the better we can see the truth in others. And the more we see the truth in others, the stronger we become in life. So remember this, the face is a mask, but the mask always cracks. Behind every fake smile, there may be a flash of fear. Behind every calm voice, there may be a shadow of anger. Behind every "I'm fine," there may be sadness waiting to be seen. If you train your eyes to catch these flashes, you will see the world differently. You will hear what is not said. You will see what is hidden. And you will understand people on a deeper level. But we are not finished yet. Because in the final chapter, we will bring everything together: the words, the body, the voice, and the emotions. And we will learn how to use this knowledge in daily life, not to attack people, but to protect ourselves and to live with wisdom. So stay with me, because the last chapter is where everything connects. Chapter 6. Unmasking Lies in Everyday Life. We have traveled a long road together. We started by asking why people lie. Then we listened to the words of lies, studied the body that leaks the truth, heard the shaky voice, and caught the hidden emotions behind the mask. Now it is time to bring it all together. Because in real life, lies do not come with just one signal, they come with many. And if you know how to look, you can see the whole picture. Let's imagine this picture clearly. Someone tells you, "I didn't take it." Their words are short and vague. Their body shifts nervously. Their voice sounds a little higher than normal, and for 1 second, fear flashes across their face. Do you need them to confess? No. The story is already clear. The words, the body, the voice, and the emotions, they all tell you the same thing. The truth is hiding. This is the art of unmasking lies in everyday life. But how can you practice? How can you train your eyes and ears to notice these signals? The answer is simple: practice in safe places. You don't need to become a detective or a police officer. You can practice right now, today, in your everyday world. One way is through movies and TV shows. Actors often try to play emotions, but sometimes their body gives them away. Watch closely. When a character lies on screen, notice the words they choose. Do they avoid details? Do they say maybe or probably? Then, look at their body. Are they relaxed, or do they fidget? Listen to the voice. Does it change in speed or pitch? Finally, study the face. Do you see a flash of fear or guilt before the smile returns? Movies give you a safe training ground because you can pause, replay, and focus on the signals. Another way is by watching the news or interviews. Public figures, politicians, athletes, celebrities are often under pressure. When they are asked tough questions, you can sometimes see the hidden signals. A quick micro-expression, a shaky tone, or a sudden change in body posture can tell you more than the words they speak. This doesn't mean you should judge them harshly. It simply means you are learning to see what most people miss. And of course, you can practice in your daily conversations. When a friend tells you, "I'm fine," look a little closer. Are they smiling with their mouth, but not with their eyes? Is their voice flat, without real energy? Did their face flash sadness for half a second? You may not say anything aloud, but inside, you will know the truth. And sometimes, simply knowing is enough. Now, let's create a spike moment, a challenge for you. The next time you are watching a movie or talking to someone, I want you to do this. Watch closely. Listen to the words. Hear the voice. Watch the body. Study the face. Then ask yourself, can I see the signals? This is not a test of judgment. It is a test of awareness. Because awareness is the first step to wisdom. But here is an important lesson. Spotting lies is not about attacking people. It is not about shouting, I caught you." That only creates fear and anger. The true purpose of learning the hidden language of lies is protection and understanding. When you see the signals, you can protect yourself from harm, from being tricked, from being blind. And when you understand that people lie because they are scared, ashamed, or weak, you also grow in compassion. You learn that lies are not only about deception, they are about human nature. Think about it. A child lies because they fear punishment. A teenager lies because they want freedom. An adult lies because they are ashamed of the truth. Lies are not just cold tricks. They are emotional shields. And when you see through the shield, you see the human being behind it. You see their fear, their weakness, their struggle. This makes you stronger, but also kinder. So here is the empowerment. When you understand the language of lies, you are no longer blind. Most people walk through life only hearing words. They believe what is said on the surface, but not you. You have learned to see deeper. You hear the shaky voice. You see the nervous hands. You catch the flash of fear. You are no longer fooled by masks. You see the world with new eyes. And when you see with new eyes, you have a choice. You can choose to protect yourself. You can choose to walk away from those who deceive. You can choose to offer kindness to those who lie out of pain. And most of all, you can choose to be honest with yourself. Because the greatest power is not only in seeing the lies of others, but in unmasking the lies we tell ourselves. So take this gift. Practice it. Use it wisely. And remember, truth is always there, waiting to be seen. The language of lies is powerful, but the eyes that see and the heart that understands are even more powerful. When you understand the language of lies, you don't just catch liars. You understand people. You understand life. And that is the beginning of wisdom. If this video helped you open your eyes to the hidden language of lies, give it a like right now. It may seem like a small action, but it really supports this channel and helps me create more lessons for you. And if you are ready to go deeper and learn more simple and powerful lessons in English, write in the comments, "I see the truth." I will reply to you personally and cheer you on, because your journey matters. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more easy and powerful English lessons. Lessons that not only teach you grammar and vocabulary, but also give you wisdom about life, communication, and human nature. Together, we are not just learning English. We are learning how to see the world with new eyes.